Greetings, Batprince here, and today Ms. Bat and I are playing the Capo 3R.
The Capo 3R.
The Capo 3R.
The Capo 3R.
The Cap. I don't know what it means.
DC3R.
Prologue.
Ooh, that was pretty.
Was it fun?
Yeah, I liked it.
Okay.
Mine went everywhere. Wah!
Is that how you say that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wah!
Good.
What are you doing? Are you crossing the road?
No, you're in like one of those big. I don't know. You're saying ooh-ah.
Oh, wah!
Hold on. The spacebar just hide the.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, it just hides it.
Oh.
It doesn't go next.
Wah, wah, wah.
I'm gonna have to click this time.
You click.
Okay.
Me?
Yeah, you do
We
it.
raised our voices in wonder as we first set foot through the door. The first thing we noticed was that we were on an escalator descending underground, its great size putting even ones hosted by world's fairs to shame.
This isn't underground, is it? Must have some sort of bioluminescence on top to make it.
I thought it looked like a lake with a lily in the middle.
No.
A lily pad in the middle.
No,
It
we're
didn't
up
run on
high.
electricity.
It doesn't? What does it run on?
It was most likely running on magic. Done.
Turn it off. Magic indeed.
Science. Science. Below us we saw an underground lake, so vast it could be mistaken for the sea. There you
Or
go.
at least AC.
With a big lily pad.
The
The
lettuce.
sprawling scenery was so magnificent I could hardly believe we were underground.
Yeah, I can hardly believe underground too. That's awesome.
I'd heard the stories, but this is incredible.
It's still that same person.
No, it was a different one.
Oh, Nissan. Look good. Look, look.
You might not point it below. Little islands dotted the underground lake, and we could spot the building we were heading to on the end of them. And directly at the heart of the island, there stood a colossal tree. Is that a cherry blossom tree?
Yeah, it is. That's a Japanese cherry blossom tree, right?
Is that a Yoshino cherry tree? I couldn't tell what species it was from here, but there certainly was a large cherry blossom tree. Plus the flowers on that cherry tree were in bloom. Look closely. I could see other cherry blossoms growing in various important locations throughout the island.
Wow, it's pretty.
I could tell Himeno's anxiety disappeared the moment she saw those cherry blossoms. It was probably quite a relief to see something familiar from Japan.
They're pretty, Nissan.
Yeah.
Go away,
Keep
little
going,
sister.
keep going.
God damn it.
It was a nostalgic sight, and even at harmonious to put even me at ease. The island where I was born was quite famous as a site for viewing cherry blossoms, and every spring.
Woo.
Hey,
What?
I was reading there.
Want me to go back?
No. Hey, stop
Okay.
it. And how could they be blooming this time of year? Well, I guess it was readily apparent that it was due to magic. Magic! But I was trying to picture what manners and methods might be used to make them stay in bloom regardless of the season. Maybe they were regulating the weather around the trees with magic. Maybe they were somehow infusing with the essence of life directly into them.
Hey.
Our dead bodies.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe they're fertilizing and watering them properly. You ever think of that? No, it's magic!
Or maybe they were able to somehow alter the tree's genetic makeup when they were still seedling to make them magical plants.
Oh yeah, change their genetics so they've got the magical gene.
Yeah.
Because it's magic.
Yeah. Like magic beans.
Alright.
Yeah, they exist. Of course, there were also Of course, there was also the possibility it was all just a massive illusion of magic.
There's a possibility it's just trees.
No, but they're underground, so that's probably why she thinks it's magic. How can they bloom underground? Like, there's
Lots of
no
care.
sun.
Yeah, there's care. There's something lighting the way.
Well, yeah.
You give it UV. That's like in when they do. Go.
I couldn't think of any other method off the top of my head that didn't somehow involve a huge amount of magic.
You know they grow plants inside, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. I know, it's awesome.
With like UV lamps and stuff.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but she don't know that. Obviously, it's magic. I haven't a clue as to what my cast that sort of spell, but I wouldn't have expected anything less from an International Academy of Magic. Oh, okay.
That's just what they say on the doors. They don't have to explain themselves.
I looked down at the elegant building on the largest island. So that's where we'll be going to school?
Hey, Nissan! Nissan!
You okay?
Rika-san's getting really mad. If you don't wake up, you'll be in big trouble, Nissan. Come on, Nissan, wake up.
My body wildly rocked back and forth. This escalator sure was shaking badly all of a sudden.
No, you're dreaming. This place doesn't exist.
No, don't shake me so much. What'll you do if I fall?
Where would you fall to? What kind of dream are you having? Hold it.
What kind of dream? A dream? Just as the meaning of her words slowly sank into my brain, I had an odd feeling about the view before me. An underground lake as vast as the sea. A huge escalator that traveled between the earth and the sky. There's no way anything like that could exist.
Well. Come on, wake up, Nissan.
I felt a hard thwack against the back of my head, and the sight before me instantly changed like a television switching channels. Huh? Rubbed my eyes, I took a glance around me. Naturally, a familiar scene lay before me, and no sign of the escalator descending from the sky, nor the 4 islands spread beneath me. The newspaper club's room.
It's always a school with a club. Correct. Did you sleep well, Yoshiko Kitaka-kun?
Ugh. My memory cleared as my brain kicked into gear once I was met with the sound of the girl's annoying voice. She was clearly trying her best to remain composed. This was the club room for the official newspaper club that I belonged to, and it was after school, in other words, time for the club activities. I had recollections of being called here for an editorial meeting about our next issues, but I must have fallen asleep partway through.
Falling asleep right while I'm talking, huh? You got some nerve.
When I slowly searched for the source of the voice, I saw our club president, Moshiro no Rika-san. She had a big sapphire blue eyes and thin straight nose, a beautiful pink lips with a thin layer of lipstick.
So far, I don't know who the hell he's talking about except for blue eyes.
Apart from her good looks, she was also an energetic and cheerful person that was cordial with everyone, which made her popular with all the students. Yeah, that one. Probably. I can't see the other girl's eyes. This stunning girl was held in such high regard that she was the academy idol. My heart raced as I realized she was glaring at me.
Do you have any excuses? I'm listening.
Of course you do. I don't. I'm sorry.
Sheesh. Make sure you pay attention, okay? I stayed up all night thinking about this.
Yeah, so she looks angry. Well, I meekly apologized. She pouted instead of getting angry at me.
Now, Rika, I think Taka-kun's learned his lesson, so could you drop this for me?
Ah, so it is a boy. And the one who came between us was Yoshino Charles, Rika-san's classmate and a senior where Kasami Academy, or Lulu-ni, as I called her.
Yeah, we always gender swap when we do these things.
Yeah, I know. One could tell her looks, but she's half Japanese and the daughter of my father's younger brother. Naturally, this meant the two of us were cousins. But, oh well. We somehow ended up living under the same roof for the past 3 years, so now it feels more like we're siblings than cousins.
Ah. You, Charles, were you nodding off too, weren't you? You could tell.
Rika-san shrugged in defeat as Lulu-ni stuck her tongue out with a cute look.
Like this?
This is all because you two were up late last night playing games together.
I couldn't help it. The La Shan plate rarely ever drops. Wait, how do you know that?
You know how thin the walls are in our apartments, don't you, Nissan? I could hear everything. You and Charles carry on too much late at night. That exasperated voice belonged to Katasuragi Himeno. She's my age and she lives next door to me. We've been practically family since the day we were born, so you could say she's my childhood friend. But how come I've never heard you through our walls? If the walls were thin enough for Himeno to hear us, then we should be able to hear her voice too. You should know that I'm not the one making a big racket like you are. Huh? I didn't know I was being that loud. There's a good chance we were boisterous and got carried away when we were immersed in the game. Oh, but that said, even now and then I feel like I could hear you making rather enticing noises.
Enticing? Whoa.
Like some sort of feverish mumbling? Oh gosh. I don't do that. I don't do anything like that. That's sexual harassment. Himeno blushed deep red and swung her fists. You don't do what? What do you mean, sexual harassment? After looking like she'd just gotten caught, she cleared her throat to settle herself down. Anyway, just keep it down at night and no eavesdropping on other people, got it? I wouldn't dream of it. It's not like I have anything to eavesdrop on anyway. But when I gave her that reply, Himeno just pursed her lips and turned her head away. She was the one who told me not to eavesdrop. Why do I smell pie? I smell pie. Me pie. Maybe she's at the rebellious age, but likely I get the occasional feeling that I don't understand what goes on in her head at all. I get the feeling she used to be more honest in the past. Well, they do say growing girls are a handful.
So, Sarah, wake up that other sleepyhead too. Yes, understood.
The one who jumped out of her seat is Rika-san. Call was Rakawa Sara. Having skipped 2 years before suddenly transferring into our class gave the impression of being a genius. She was very vigilant and every day she fought hard to keep us all on track despite how often our members liked to derail the topic during meetings. She was our newspaper club's absolute conscious? Or in other words, our sensible one.
It's conscience, I think. I don't know that word either. Interesting. Ayo-chan, please wake up. I can't. You can't?
And the girl who Sarah was shaking was our club's only freshman, Hinomoto Ai-chan. She was bright, naive, and innocent, and she was like a ray of sunshine that made everyone feel warm just by being close to her.
Ayo-chan, Morizono Senpai is glaring at you. You need to wake up.
Just three more.
3 more what? Minutes?
Decades.
Decade!
Yeah, I feel like that constantly. Just a little more time.
Just a little more time? No more time. That's enough
All
for
the
today.
time!
I see you tomorrow. Ha!
I do smell me fly.